Hello and welcome to the latest episode of Love It or Hate It. Today I'm looking at the game Vigor. This is the Xbox One game preview version. I believe it's also available on PC. For lack of a better way of putting it, it is instead of the old catchphrase of a run and gun shooter, like Call of Duty, Halo, or even a stop and pop shooter like Gears of War. This is a loot and scoot shooter where you sneak in to a map and try to get all the supplies you can and get out without dying, because whatever you bring into the map with you or whatever you pick up while you're there, you lose them all if you die. So first off, let's talk about what I love. And I would have to say, considering this is an early access game, I think the graphics are fantastic, considering what it is. It's going to be a free-to-play game. I don't think you could ask for a whole lot when you're literally going to supply and pay for it with microtransactions of outfits and such. So I think that the graphics definitely qualify as a love it. Also, the concept, the whole loot and shoot thing, I think is great. It's different. Every time I go into a map, there's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of things I have to worry about. There's a lot of strategy. Do I want to go in loaded for bear? Or, like I do here in a minute, do I want to go in with absolutely nothing? Another thing I love, I've got to be honest, this shooting range. I like the fact I can take any gun I have and go over there with unlimited ammo and learn how to use the darn thing, including aiming down sights, over-the-shoulder aiming. I really enjoy that. I also love the intensity of the game, the high stakes. And we're about to load into a map now, as you'll see. It is very intense. It's like playing PUBG, probably more like PUBG than Fortnite because of its lack of aim assist. It just has more intensity than, say, Fortnite does. No bashing of Fortnite or anything. Just saying that if you were to, graphically they kind of look similar too, so it's easy to kind of throw that in there. But at high stakes is a big thing that I really love. I also love that there are some permanent rewards, even though you can lose everything when you're on the map. When you're back at your home base and any upgrade you do to it, those are permanent. So you have something that stays in the game that you get to earn. I also like the different maps, and they're on a rotation. Like whenever I selected this map, it was the only one available. Every other time I've played, there were at least 2 maps available out of 6 maps so far. My understanding is they will be adding more maps, but they'll always be on rotation, which makes sense because this part of the world is supposed to be ravaged by nuclear fallout, and you're possibly upwind or downwind of that fallout, so you may only have a few places you can go to find stuff to survive. This is more of a survival game than, say, a battle royale. You can go in guns blazing, but that's up to you, which comes to my next love it, the open-ended expedition style. I'm going in with nothing. I walked in with no ammo, no gun. I just have the clothes on my back and that's it. So if I die, all I lose is what I brought in with me. I don't plan on fighting anybody unless I already have found a gun. I plan on just getting some gear and getting out. And that's up to me. It's open-ended, which leads to the next love it. And the last thing on my love it list, the airdrop mechanic adds to that. There's an airdrop that'll pop on the map at a certain point, and if you go after that airdrop, it usually has some good gear. But everybody else on the map's probably going to go after that airdrop. It's a way to bring everybody together. If you are really wanting to score big, you might want to go for that, but you don't have to. It's totally up to you. Okay, let's talk about something that I'm on the fence on. First off, the sound. The sound that is here is pretty good, but I feel like we need some more sound. I feel like I would like to hear, example, the guns sound good, but I would love to hear, like, say, really hard blowing wind in this environment that we're looking at now, the snow-covered fields and things like that. Also, the music. The music that's here is I think I might be in trouble there. The music that's here is fine, but I think that that quality needs to stay where it is or maybe improve just a little. Right now, I'm on the fence on it. So let's talk about the hate it. First off, you just noticed I got shot at a few times and they missed me. As I run around, I think that's 2 different people shooting each other, which I got to give the sound credit for. I can tell those are 2 different guns. So the hit detection seems to be an issue. Not only when people are trying to shoot you. I get shot at a bunch in this video, but nobody ever hits me. And I'm really not exactly like doing backflips or anything. There they go again. All right, but also the hit detection in regards to trying to loot stuff. I mean, this game is a loot and scoot. My whole purpose is to loot things, but sometimes it can't seem to nail down what I'm trying to loot. I have a hard time lining up the cursor to hold down the X button to loot it. That definitely needs to be fixed. Another hate it is there's no quit option. And I don't even mean in the game like this, but there was a moment, a couple of them actually, where I wish there had been a quit option, even if I lost all my gear. But there isn't even a quit option when I'm back at the cabin that I know of, unless I've missed it. There was no way I could just hit start and then just exit the game. It wasn't there. And two more things. There's a lot of opaqueness to the systems. It doesn't explain how you get resources except for things you do at your camp. I don't know what things are worth. I would like to have that explained somewhere briefly. And lastly, and this is why I wish there were a quit option in the game, on 2 separate occasions, I have played the game and got caught on geometry and couldn't do anything. So I had to drop out and lose everything, but I couldn't even just quit out of the game. There needs to be that there. So that rounds up all my hate it's, that rounds up the love it, and the on the fence. Overall, to buy into this early access, it costs $20. I personally think it was worth it. I've enjoyed it, but it is what it is. It's not a perfect game. But let's talk about, and I'm back in my cabin here, and this is something I love too, that when you come back, you've got to drop off the stuff you found, or you'll end up carrying it the next mission. But right now, my verdict is I'm on the fence. I think that this game could end up great. It's supposed to go free to play, and when that happens, I think that's going to be wonderful if they fix some of these issues. Right now, I'm on the fence, but I will come back to this at a later date. And I want to thank you for watching and tune in to the next video. Please like and subscribe. Peace out.